rises to its feet, salutes the field as it comes down. The green flag waves, and the Hooters 500 is underway. Oh, and we have a spin.
Davey got through. Kyle Petty got through. I think I saw Alan Kulwicki on the bottom of the racetrack getting through.
But Davey Allison did not get through. The damage to the rear is enough to slow down the number 28's run for the championship. But this team has overcome problems worse than this all year long.
The first third of 92, I've never been through anything like it in my life.
Coming to the stripe, Morgan comes to the inside, and Davey Allison is going to win the Daytona 500.
We would win one week, wreck the next. Win one week, wreck the next.
He's upside down. Into the guardrail, side over side, end over end.
The fact that even let him get in the car, how you could see through this red, solid, red eyes.
He won North Wilkesboro with a bunch of broke ribs, where he had wrecked the week before at Bristol. By the time we got to the Sprint All-Star race, we figured out how to do both on the same night, wreck and win.
Here comes Davey Allison to the bottom. It'll be the finish everybody was waiting for. They crash past the finish line. And Davey Allison is in a shower of sparks.
He won the race, but he sure paid the price for it.
The physical injuries he suffers are bad enough. But Davey Allison has to deal with a much more serious pain: the death of his younger brother, Clifford.
After Clifford's accident in Michigan, it made me sit down again and say, okay, what is important to us? I want to spend a good life with my wife. I want to watch my kids grow up. That came to the top of the list right then. And we want to win a Winston Cup championship.
The team had overcome so many things throughout the year. A lot of different things happened. It always seemed like that whole group just bounced back all the time at the oddest of times. Raymond Fox and Joey Knuckles and Eric Horn, we were all together.
That camaraderie allows them to keep up with the 11 team of Junior Johnson and new driver Bill Elliot.
Junior really wanted Bill. Budweiser wanted him. Junior Johnson, he got it done. He got Bill.
We're just tickled to death to have Bill aboard on our team, and I think he's going to do us a great job. I think it's going to be the tool that makes our team a top-notch team and a champion next year.
There's where the best equipment at that time probably was. It would be like driving for Jack Roush now or driving for Rick Hendrick now.
We were rolling along pretty good till we got to Charlotte and broke the rear track bar mount completely off the car. That started to snowball. We go to Phoenix, water temperature went way up, and we stopped probably 10 times during the race, putting oil in it, putting water in it. It was a total disaster.
Their disasters give the number 7 car hope. But a wreck late in the season makes Alan Kulwicki want to abandon his dream of a championship.
When we wrecked that car at Dover in the race, and he was hauling the truck, and he said, guys, this is it, we're done.
I don't think he ever had give up in his demeanor, but yet he was also very realistic. He said, well, this doesn't look very good. Our championship hope's maybe not over, but this doesn't help none. This really hurt us. The team took a huge turn then. The opposite way, went the complete opposite, and everybody was absolutely not. There's no way. We can come back from this. We can win this championship. We're not going to give up. We're going to keep digging it.
He had instilled his philosophy into the crew so deeply that they wouldn't let him be a loser.
Alan saw what we wanted to do, and he saw the enthusiasm, he saw what we were trying to accomplish. So we all rallied around each other and said, yeah, we can do this.
Junior's got a good team, and Bill's been really hot in his car, and, they're off to a fine start this year, but we're doing pretty good ourselves. Don't count us out.
In the last race of the year, Kulwicki's championship dream is still alive, but the first pit stop of the day quickly becomes a nightmare.
And Alan Kulwicki's Hooters crew will go to work. Car number 7 on the bottom of your screen. You're watching the Haviland crew on the top of your screen. Two competing teams trying to win a race and win a championship. Meanwhile, Alan Kulwicki cannot get his car in gear. Finally gets in gear.
When they let the jack down, he let the clutch out. The car would not move. You can imagine what's wrong with that car.
He put it in gear, and when he jammed it in gear, and it was on once, he said it broke the idler gear. They'll go into first gear, so we didn't have first gear. First gear's broke, okay, it could be anything. You know, so you got to ride it out.
The best thing to do is to put your transmission in fourth gear and never take it out again for the rest of the day. And that's because if you start shifting your transmission, you're going to move the broken parts around even more, and you're going to have a chance to have a catastrophic failure, and you'll have nothing, you know, so you'll be out of the race. It just killed our pit stops all day long.
The points as of this moment. Allison is in 6th position, but still maintains the points lead. Kulwicki is second, only 10 behind.
In 1992 in the what was in the Busch Grand National Series, now Nationwide, but driving the Baby Ruth Ford for Bill Davis.
Jeff still looking for that elusive first victory. Could it come here today?
I sure hope so. Things are really going good for us this weekend, and you know, the pole was just one step, but we got another step to conquer, and that's winning this sucker. But I tell you, as well as it's going, I think we can do it.
And Rick was there, and he saw that and mentioned to somebody that worked for him, you know, hey, you know, how do we get a hold of this kid?
I haven't seen that kind of talent, a young driver before. Not knowing it impressed me as much as he did, and he's going to be around a long, long time.
And so it was right time. You know, I sat down with him, and it was, you know, I knew that's where I wanted to be right away.
Jeff Gordon is doing well in his first Cup race, but he stays out of the way of the championship contenders.
It was great to be out there racing with those guys.
Looking for Davey Allison. Here he comes out of the pack to try to pass Jeff Gordon, number 24 car.
I didn't want to screw their day up, you know. I mean, they were battling for a championship, so I didn't want to interfere with that. So that was definitely a message that was clear to me. You know, go out, have a great race, but let's not interfere with that. Don't come in contact with Richard Petty either. You didn't want to do that in his final race.
Richard Petty isn't fast enough to win his final race. All he wants is to finish.
Just go out, finish the race, and we'll put that thing in the truck and take it home, and the party will be over.
Oh, crash! Down the front straightaway.
And Richard Petty is flaming going into turn number 1.
When he caught on fire, we obviously captured that and everything, and so the immediate response is for me to take the shot of him inside the car with the onboard camera. And then the F-bomb started flying.
Come on, Henry! Bring it for extinguisher!
And I told the audio guy, okay, we've heard it once. I think we can get rid of it. We don't need to hear him say that again. He is the king.
Yeah, they got you. I pulled up to the fire truck.
Some guys jump out of the truck, want an autograph. I said, you know, wait a minute, guys, put the fire out, and then we'll talk about this. You know, everybody always wanted to go out in a blaze of glory. I just went out in a blaze.
And this may be the final farewell.
We went back to the garage area, you know, to see him, and we were all crying. Because we wanted him to finish. We wanted him to get the checkered flag.
I mean, it was all knocked off front end, off the coolers, radiators, no fenders.
The car was really tore up. I was, you know, hurt a little bit that we didn't run better, that I thought the effort that we had put into it, we said, you know, hey, we're going to make that last lap.
And so they got to working on the car. And they didn't want me to run the last race and not finish, okay?
We may be a little premature in telling you that Richard Petty is out of the race because they're working on the car. Hopefully he'll be on the track when the checkered flag drops.
The rookie soon follows the example of the veteran.
You know, Jeff and I at that time ran the Busch Grand National car extremely loose, but it has 200 horsepower less than the Cup car. Needless to say, we missed the setup pretty bad, obviously.
I was just pushing the car, as hard as I could, and pushed it too hard and jumped in the gas a little bit too much in the middle 1 and 2, and around it went. I remember that part very vividly.
Jeff Gordon will wait for 1993 to make better NASCAR memories. Today belongs to 3 competitors striving to clinch a championship.
Kulwicki could get in front, lead a lap, and go on and lead the most laps. Put a lot of pressure on Davey Allison.
Kulwicki leads that lap. He's already picked up the 5 bonus points. And this is neat, gentlemen, seeing these two battle for the lead.
Alan knew that during the race he had to fight Bill as hard as he could every single lap. I think Bill and Alan swapped the lead half the race. It seems like, I don't know what the actual statistics are, but it seems to me like it was every lap. They were fighting for the lead.
Every lap that was led, we were keeping a tally. Alan led this lap, Bill led this lap, Alan led this lap.
It's out of your hands. It's up to Alan. It's up to the racing gods. It's like, and Alan could drive. Alan was a good driver. Bill Elliott's a good driver. So you just it's good racing. And that's what you wanted to see.
Here's Kulwicki trying to get by Elliott.
But you're sitting there going, just don't wreck.
Uh-oh, but spoke too soon. Look at Bill. He's coming back on the outside, but no. Kulwicki is going to lead this lap by a half a car length.
Here comes Bill back. Takes the lead back. That's the way to race for a championship. That's the way to go for a championship.
While Elliott and Kulwicki battle for the lead, Davey Allison is just trying to work his way back through the pack.
And I knew we were not where we needed to be. We were a top 10 car, but you know what, Robert Yates horsepower, you should have been able to have a baby carriage and be a top 10 race car.
But a mistake by a novice pit crew becomes another obstacle for the 2018 to overcome.
Jeff Gordon is on pit road. His car very slowly down the backstretch. He was able to make it into the pits.
We were the Keystone Cops on pit road. It just was, it was a tough day because we left a roll of duct tape on the deck lid, and it fell off on the track, and Davey Allison hit it.
They have been told that there may be a problem with the car.
Davey just yelled to the crew, I think I've run over something on the track.
It totally killed the way the car was driving. We knew it was early enough in the race that we're going to have to bite the bullet. We've got the people. We've got good people. We can fix this and not lose a lap.
I remember we were making patches on pit road, screwing them to the car and riveting it to the car and organizing all that stuff. That's the time for the guys that work on cars. That's when they get in the game. That's their time to serve. And that's kind of how I felt about all that. This is our time to go, overcome something.
And lo and behold, our guys stepped up to the plate and did it. We have to make multiple pit stops to fix that. We finally had overcome all that. We were running exactly where we needed to run.
He was running in 5th position. That's the position that Davey needed to be in order to win the championship.
We were trying to find us a hole to run in, and then, of course, it got closed up. That site is the site I still see almost 20 years later.
Oh, crash! Davey Allison is in the crash.
Oh, Ernie Irvin, and it's all over for Davey Allison.
No, it's not over yet. I don't think he hit him that hard, maybe.
Got a lot of damage to the right side of the car.
Ernie Irvin spinning, coming off of corner number 4.
Davey has got his car moving.
Yeah, he's trying to pull away.
But he can't steer it.
But it won't turn.
It won't turn. The right front will not work.
Yep, it's over.
Championship hopes are over.
That was it. The championship was gone, and we knew it.
Davey Allison's long, tough, emotional season has come to an end.
With everything that Davey had been through, our team had been through, we wanted to